Hey everybody, how we doing? Corky here, just getting set up a little bit. Accidentally hit something, kind of messed up the intro there. Now, let's see, I think the last time I did this, I just want to do the recap real quick. And then we can get into the actual game. Let's see, so episode 3.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page.
Oh,
So
that's right, the
dark.
I have
ranger
found
got killed.
only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Alright, so...
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were busy. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That
Oh, that guy's
Rose,
got a limp.
she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying,
Hold on. So I'm gonna reload it from my saved, or just continue, because I don't want it to
Help you folks?
save
Name's
it over
Randolph.
it or something.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Not sure if it would like
Who wants to know?
confuse the
I'm Alan
the
Wake.
saves or not. See, and I don't like that proximity talk. You know,
That Rose, she's a nice girl.
he's still
Always pays
talking
her
to me
rent
and
on
I can't
time.
hear him. Oh, see, yeah, what's his name
place
talking?
is
Barry.
crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Hey, Sphinx, how you doing?
Okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane
It's
was
weird.
heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
It's weird. Like if I'm looking at them, it doesn't matter how far they are, and I can hear them. I'm doing better. Still got that cough. It's like persistent, but you know I'm doing a lot better than I was. You know I gotta search for these thermoses. I'm still kind of upset about missing those manuscript pages.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
I'm ahead of you. What are you talking about? He's lagging behind me. I'll take you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sick or anything. It's just a cough. Oh, that dog's probably could have come back and be an enemy. There are a lot of pages to collect. Oh, yeah. I like to collect them because, you know, like I said, it's the way it's written. It is written in the style of a book. And can I jump it?
It's not far.
Oh. And it's very descriptive, and I like that.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Dang. Yeah, wasn't there a tornado like in the last episode? There's a thermos. I knew it. If you don't search well enough, you're gonna miss it. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Huh. It's kind of funny they have that little broken piece.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
What do you gotta do? Randy's hot dogs. Just knock over a trash can. Wait, what does it say? Oh, not too bad. A belly burster, $16. Oh my gosh. It's
Give
crazy.
me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
What is she like? Hidden back here? That better be like the biggest hot dog.
A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark.
Is it that lady?
Anyway, Al, I'm just
Is
getting
she
to the best
Jagger?
part.
Dang, talk about
All
inflation.
of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Dang, I should have talked to her in the police station. No, I'm not gonna follow that guy, not until I explore. He's just gonna keep complaining, hey. Oh no, it's the same place. Let's see, where's my run? I guess this is as fast as I can go right now. Could you imagine trying to lead him and he just keeps running off? I mean, it'd be no wonder why he'd be getting upset. He just keeps talking about coffee thermoses. I gotta find the coffee. I guess there's nothing out here. But I thought I was being pretty thorough last time and I still missed, what was it, like 3 of them? Oh, I guess it's this one.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
We're just here to talk to her, pal. Alright. There's a thermos in there.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wade.
Uh-oh. You saw that?
I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
She's still in her
My
uniform,
manuscript.
even at home.
I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh,
Wow.
Barry, she doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Oh,
Barry!
the coffee thermos. How am I
What?
supposed to get it?
Wha-
Oh my gosh. If I'm not able to get that coffee thermos.
Hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
Barbara.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
lights on. Turn the light on.
Don't take drinks from strangers. Yeah, exactly.
Back to work, boy.
Oh, jeez. Just like in what's it called? Heavy Rain. You take drinks from a stranger, you gotta be passing out. Hey, Mars Warrior,
I felt
how you doing?
nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Oh shoot, what the heck?
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close.
I'm doing pretty good. Just got a nagging cough, but other than that, I'm doing good. Oh wait, what? This is her little shrine to Alan Wake here. It's pretty funny. She's got all the books.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Cooking with corn, 72 recipes. That's funny.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money.
You're scared?
So handsome.
Yeah, this
Welcome
one's...
to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I
So it
get
can
you
be
today?
pretty intense.
Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials?
Poor Rose.
Thank you. A nice day.
Alright, let's see. Guess that's it. Ah, here.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's see what this says.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh, wow. At least he's watching out for her. Not like Stucky. Where's the thermos Rose? Let's see, how do we get out of here? Maybe now I should be looking around instead of earlier. Oh, see, look, here we go.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your
Snyder.
mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know?
Uh-oh.
I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but,
Oh, he starts to see
I haven't been
things?
drinking either, you know? I just,
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny. You know Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, you know, and,
What's going on with this guy?
I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, you know, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me, bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing.
Uh-oh.
What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there.
Yeah, the weather's really something else, huh? That was a weird call. Just want to take a peek everywhere. How do I run again? There we go. Although he can only run short bursts. Oh, I was like, what's that noise? Music. Alright, let's see. Hopefully if there's any more pages, they're obvious to see. I mean, I can't keep looking all over the place. Oh, there's what's his name. He's probably gonna say something like, "Where's Rose?" Let's see, nothing. Let's make one quick. Uh-oh. Oh, come on.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI!
Oh,
Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay
Jeez.
right where you are, Triple
Oh shoot. They got a an innocent right there. They're just opening fire immediately.
What I'm standing right here,
Exactly.
you goddamn maniac!
Oh man, that's funny.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Mr. Wake, come on! Make it easy!
Oh shoot, that's right. I gotta hurry. Can't let these guys get me. Just have to try and keep my eyes open. I really want to make sure I get us the thermoses. I mean, if I miss the pages, well then I miss the pages, but if I can get all the thermoses in one go, I'll be good with that. A little overkill, more than just a little, I think. Like I said, you have a guy who's just, he's the one who called. You're opening fire, putting him in the crossfire.
Stop running!
Uh-oh.
Okay, man. Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, damn.
What is that? Flare? Yep. Shoot. Well, they're shooting. Better hide for a second. Yeah, why are there so many cops? I mean, you would think it's just like... Well, it's not just the cops, it's the FBI, but I thought it was just one agent. It's like, they got the whole crew after me. Oh, great, I got turned around. Where do I go from here? Is this a path? That's... Oh, there's a manuscript page. Alright, let's see what they say.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
The rock stars. Oh, those two old guys? The two old guys in the first episode, I mean, we only briefly encountered them. I didn't interact with them too much. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. Dude, the darkness is throwing police cars around now. Uh-oh. Let me just make sure there's no... What's it called? Okay. Anything over this way? See, yep. Got a manuscript page over here. Rose visited by a dark
Rose didn't
presence.
know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Eesh. Could you imagine that? Just somebody appearing in your house? I mean, even just a normal person, if they had broken in, that's something else, but... maybe this is the right way. Oh wait, no, this is the way we came from. So it's this way towards the light. No way. Yeah. We're shooting up another flare. I remember one time I was out of state for work, and I was staying in a hotel, and I was just, doing my work, and I hear the door open slightly, and I can see the door from where I'm sitting, and then the door closed again. And it freaked me out because I was like, wait, I thought I had the bolt locked also. And turns out the maintenance guy was looking for a room to fix.
This horror was
and he
everywhere I went,
into the wrong one,
circling me.
obviously.
The cops didn't stand a
But
chance.
still, I was like, what?
They were after
Kind
a
of freaked me out
writer,
because I had
not a
called the
monster.
front desk and I said, somebody just opened my door. And then they told me that the maintenance guy was he was on my floor fixing something. But still, no, it wasn't too late. It was maybe 6 p.m. So I was, just finishing up some work. And, yeah, it just freaked me out. I was like, oh, shoot, what the heck? But, yeah, I've looked at, after that I looked at tips on how to, prevent people from coming into your room. And one of the ways to stop somebody from getting into your door is to buy the little door stoppers and then put them under the door. So if somebody were to try and open it, the door stopper would hold it. At least, give it, even if they pushed it through, it would give you a little bit of time before, oh shoot. A little bit of warning.
Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run.
Can I crouch?
Freeze!
Oh shoot. Crouch. Oh, don't jump. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Oh, the birds are attacking it. Well, check it out. The birds brought it down. And then there's also some other thing you can get for windows to prevent windows from sliding open. I forget what they called it, but I was like, well, next time I got to go out to a hotel, maybe I'll take that stuff with me. Just as a precaution. Oh, shoot, I thought that was a person. Just as a precaution. How is this so high profile that the FBI are going after him along with 50 police cars? Oh, I know. Well, that's what I was saying. You know, they're bringing the whole force against him. It's like, you know, what did he do? I thought it was just one FBI agent. Okay, got a couple things. Escape the police. I think that continues. Let's go up here. Oh, can I look through here? Oh, yeah. Is that the gas station from earlier? I just want to see if there's anything. Wait. A thermos. Okay, there's a thermos there. Anything else? Let me zoom out. Not just the one thing. Yeah, I don't know what makes him so special. There's a thermos in there.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Oops. Hard to control this thing. Well, there's the radio station. That's where that one guy we met was. Yeah, you heard you can also use a lint roller to place on the floor next to the door, and it will work as a stopper, as you say. Give it a little time to get a weapon and call security. Yeah. I like to listen to stories. I guess kind of like true horror stories or whatever. And they talk about people sneaking into their rooms, and I'm like, oh god.
Come in, over. Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on. Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him.
Oh, geez.
Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look.
Wait, did he say he didn't have anything on the FBI agent?
You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview.
Oh no, they both know about the agent.
Yeah, but looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
So it looks like that one guy who had called in on the radio, he got pulled in. Was there something I missed down here? Or did I already go that way? I think I already went that way. Okay. Up. This whole town is weird. Yeah.
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station.
Oh, what?
Wayne seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
I seriously hate how it keeps shifting my focus to this side. Oh, great.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
There's that. What's it called? Should be around. Close by. There it is. Radio station affects the people too, it seems. Maybe? Not really sure.
There was no power to the searchlight.
It's an old military searchlight. I guess the other side. Oh wow. Just see sparks coming up from the wire. You know, that's alright. What the heck?
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
It's a good thing I stuck around. Or maybe I gotta... Oh, shoot. That's one way to fix it. How would I like to live here? I don't know. I don't know if I'm cut out for living kind of like this. There we go. Oh, great. Uh-oh. I better hurry. I mean, I think it's nice to visit, definitely, but to live here? I don't know. Where are the werewolves? I don't know if there's werewolves in this. I don't think I need it anymore. Shoot. Oh, okay. I don't think there's werewolves in this game. Oh, what? What do you trip down the steps? That's something I would probably do too, though. Jeez. Oh, no, no, no. Started to try and pull me in, actually. See anything? No. Let's go turn this light if we can. Here we go. Got a flashlight. But I thought I saw some kind of... Oh no, I guess that's just all it was. Thought it was a generator. Alright.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Wait, how does he know what flashbangs are? He's a writer.
Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report, over.
I'm pretty sure if I saw one, I wouldn't know exactly what it was. I'd just think it'd be some kind of grenade or something, but I wouldn't know what type. Doesn't seem to be anything. Let's get back on the path. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Now the deputies are possessed? Oh, gee. Hey, but how do I don't have any... Oh, that's right. There we go. I was saying I don't have any weapons, but then realized... I don't think I have too much time to search. Oh, great. I saw something shining over this way. Could be wrong. I guess it was just a trickle of light. I hate how the trees keep getting in my way. Just gotta get to the light, I guess. Oh, there's a manuscript page up there. Oh! Dude. Oh my gosh. Get into the light. Alright. Made it. What was that page again? I saw it. Oh, it's sitting over there. Wait a second. Batteries. Oh, on the radio.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door, and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
That's kind of funny. He calls. It doesn't sound like a party.
I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable in a place where at parties they like to shoot off guns. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to pick up a manuscript page, guys. Alright, let's see what this says. Oh, there's another one. Rose touched by the darkness.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh jeez. He's already run out of stamina. Oh, I thought I could dodge him. He hurt me pretty bad. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, I just want to read the next page. You hear gunshots go off all the time? Oh my gosh. That's pretty scary. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if I could hang with that. Oh great, that one didn't die. Yes, please. Is there something in there? Nope. Leave me alone, guy. Jeez, that guy's pretty accurate. He's missing, but... Man, come on. Nothing so far. Run out of stamina. Oh, you got me with that one. Now let's have to burn one of these. There's a radio station. Alright. He took me off the path quite a bit. Let's see. I hope there's no thermoses just Sitting about on a cliff or something. Oh, come on. Did it? Oh my gosh, it just burst into his face. But it didn't kill anybody else, just him. Come on, there we go. Hey, come on. It's just lighting him up. Too bad there's no weapon. There he goes. Alright, that should hopefully be the last of them. How do I get over here? Oh, here we go.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well...
Wow.
In 1911.
That's no way to talk about your neighbors.
For that, compassionate view.
Compassionate. Let's see. There might be something around. Just don't want to miss anything. Ah, there it is. What's this? Early birds, the night owl. Alright, here we go. I put my flashlight down or something?
Famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks.
All right.
I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You got away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Oh my gosh, if he shoots that guy.
Here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Oh my god.
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I like how the guy said Judas Priest. Jeez. Why is he calling him all the different like authors' names, but not calling him by his actual name?
That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
I don't care. I'll get my man, even if I have to kill a civilian. Oh, there we go. That seems to be what he's trying to do. I'll kill everybody. Let's see. Nightingale in the radio station.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
It's like they're tested out on who is an author. I know, right? But that's a very, like, generous way to say, hey, you almost shot me. I would be pretty upset. I don't think I'd be like, hey, young man, you know you almost shot me, right? Come on. Alright, we got flares. Hey, Siege, how's it going? Is that a little puppy dog with a little heart? Oh, come on. Go! Oh my gosh. Okay, that did get them all. There we go. Shotgun ammo, but I don't have a shotgun. Oh, we got a revolver finally. Oh man. Here they come again. Oh, I got about. I only got one left. Oh, don't. I was gonna say, don't tell me they're still alive. I'll probably want to keep that last flashbang for a real emergency. Oh my god. No, you don't. There we go. I got a way to defend myself again, other than this flashbang. There's something over there. Can't tell if this is the right way or not. Oh my gosh.
There was no sensible reason for the power control
Oh!
lights to be here. It was almost as if
Oh,
they'd been
I'm gonna
left
pick up
for
another one.
someone like me to use.
There we go. I got a second revolver? Could you imagine being able to dual wield? But he needs the flashlight. There's something over there. Oh, great. Don't run out of energy. Okay. It's some kind of checkpoint. Oh. In light you can hurt them? Yeah, I know that. Okay, there we go. Oh. I hear those bad guys. I don't see them though. Because this is running out of energy. There's the shotgun. Oh, great. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I... Oh. Well, that helps, but... Oh my gosh. Dude. Oh, drop the thing. Oh my... Oh, I'm still alive. Shoot. Get it. This is the time to use it. Oh my gosh. No, you don't. Jeez. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Dude, burn it. Can't see him. Shoot, he's charging, I think. There we go. Man, that was close. I think I got everything from there, right? Don't tell me there's more. There was a way I wanted to go check out first, though. Before I go that way. Oh man, it sounds like they're building up again already. that light over there. Like a way up there. I just wanted to check it. Okay. Where'd he go? I saw him. I guess he disappeared for a second. There's nothing up here, it looks like. I just wanted to make sure. Now this can't be, there has to be something up here. It can't just be like this far and there's nothing. Unless this is the way I came from. Which, I hope not. I can't remember. I don't think I came from this way. But I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, wait, because the tower's up there. Wait, no, the radio station's over that way. Oh, great. Well, hopefully I'm not backtracking. Hopefully there's like a side thing I can grab. At least there's no enemies. He needs to get in better shape. Although to be fair, he has been running for his life the whole time. Okay. Alright, we got some stuff up here. Nice. Walter fights Dan.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over.
Oh, geez.
He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Is that why he called in? He had already fought with his friend? Alright, so I guess that was it. I was fortunate I did go this way. But I was hoping there'd be a little more. I need some more bullets. I got my shotgun. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. There it is. Yeah, see? Oh, come on. Alright, I hope that's all of them. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we got a manuscript page and a coffee thermos. I think it was worth the trip. Oh, don't tell me there's more. Oh boy. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh man. Okay. Made it back down. Build some stamina, then run towards that light. Or actually, I think just run this way. Let's get our stamina up. Kick this on. Well, I could turn on the lights from here. Or it'd be cool if I could set those things up some places. There's a manuscript page over there, I think. Wake attacked by a bulldozer.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
See, it's descriptions like that that make me, you know, glad to read these pages. Just the way it describes the bulldozer. You can kind of imagine it. Nice. If only all the... Gosh darn it, all the collectibles... I can't see! Only all the collectibles were so close to the main path instead of being off the beaten path. Oh no! Oh my gosh. See, I just want to make sure... Oh. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so this is where I got the shotgun. Okay. Get over there. Picked up the thermos. Let's jog so I don't burn out my energy. Here we go. Sarah distrusts Nightingale.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Like, who called him in, though? Like... I don't even know if she called him in. Alright, plenty of ammo. More than enough batteries.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
Well, that didn't sound like her.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call.
Yeah.
She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, I'm glad he picked up on that. It almost sounded like bits from other conversations spliced together or something. Oh, great. What was that? And then again, nowadays they have the AI that can
I
kind
could
of
see
make
a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite
conversation
shore.
from a person.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
Let's see. Wake attacked by a possessed object.
The light wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
That was her in the dark. She would be screaming. Oh, exactly. She wouldn't be like, "Hey, yeah, he won't." She just sounded too like, "Yeah, this is happening," but it's like whatever. I'm scared, you know. Let's see. Let's pick this up. Shotgun. Good amount of ammo. Probably some flares. Oh, 3 flares, a bundle. Alright. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Okay, rush. Dang it. A second too early. Kind of surprised me there. Let's see, is it? It's this way, right? Because yeah. No, this is the way I came from. And then I turned that way. It's a water tower. Oh, what's that? Oh, follow. Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright. Guess that is the way. Oh, there's a train overhead. Oh, we're probably gonna have to dodge the train at some point. Oh, this is where he was talking about the thing's gonna wrench itself
The darkness
free.
that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Let's see. Looking this way. Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. What the? What's going on? Oh, I'm gonna die. Flare, flare. Oh, I died. Gosh darn it. What did I trip over and die? Oh man, I didn't expect it to be like that. I keep forgetting about my flares.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Go. Jeez. Come on. Maybe I should throw a second flare. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I was stepping on those things? Okay. That's kind of lame. Alright, third time's a charm, I guess. I was trying to see if there was a way up and out of there. Maybe it was something.
The darkness that was
Something happened when I
pursuing me
walked
was
back a
growing
little bit.
stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
What if I come back and look? Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. What are you doing? Oh, that hurt. Oh. Can't go up that way. I don't know if I have to defeat all of them just to get out of here or what. What's that? What the heck? Oh, I guess they like fell out of bounds or something. There we go. Let's get the heck out of here. Oh, great. Oh, no. Hey, come on. There we go. That was pretty tough. Making the dark presence in the
I slammed
lodge.
the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Huh, I wonder who he's talking about. That's a way up. And is there any other path to take? Doesn't look like. That's crazy. Yeah. Maybe the FBI guy. Maybe. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense if that's him. Because he makes it sound like he's
just starting
interacted
to
with
get
them
interested
before.
in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Interesting. I got a heavy-duty flashlight. Okay. There's a thermos. Let me go get that. Looks like there's a flare over there. Nice. Anything else? Guess not. I can't jump up on there. I know, we're gonna find out who he was talking about. Oh wow, okay. Oh my gosh, okay, of course. Oh come on. Oh, no way. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, gosh darn. I'd even pulled out my shotgun for this fight.
No one is safe in a good horror story.
Okay.
Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but.
There we
The
go.
darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Let's see, do I have to pick everything back up? Yeah. Okay. Man, I really wish he was in better shape. Or I wish you could, like, build stamina. Like, as you run, he gains levels of stamina, so he's not always so slow. Not slow, but always so, running out of energy.
Did you call 911?
Oh, you went right into him, but at least it didn't. Come on. I wonder if I could blow that up. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's still... Come on. There, jeez. Oh, you can blow the lid. Okay, I was wondering. Alright. Oh, gee. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. There. You know, this is supposed to be a heavy-duty flashlight, but it seems the same as the other. Yeah, and light, you can hurt them. Yeah, we know that. Oh, here we go. Perfect. But you know this means it's going to be some kind of fight coming up. Oh, excellent. Alright, time to take a break and watch another episode of the Night Springs.
Covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you with a kiss.
Uh-oh. Oh, did she put something in him? Yep.
Oh, Mr. Durleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his things in the honor, and all shall be glory.
Oh, that's pretty gross.
Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Durleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. and such quests always bear fruit.
Oh, that was pretty gross. Oh. Yeah, I gotta make sure I get that. We get attacked by the dark presence. Oh, there's... Holy cow, there's still a lot. Oh, great.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Here it is, that bulldozer fight. Oh, come on. And I gotta fight little guys too. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Down. Let's get to this. Start the door. Oh, oh, there's more stuff over there. Oh, he's like stuck or something. Perfect. Oh no, he's not stuck anymore. Okay, he's down. Oh my god. What hit me? Is there a guy over there? Oh, great. Drop a flare. Get out of the way, dude! Oh my gosh. Here. Oh shoot. Get out of the way. Oh, come on. That's not even fair. Get over there, Wake. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a tough fight. Okay, then get the flares. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot. Okay, he's down already. Nice. Oh, I'm like literally stuck right next to it. Oh, what? That was a lot easier. Well, that fight was much easier than I thought it had to be. Okay. Can I go up this way? Nope. Alright. All I had to do was drop a flare right underneath him. There's a, oh, there's a thermos. Okay. Nothing around. Alright. Coffee, especially after that fight. Yeah, exactly right.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Dang, he's been running all night. Although he did, like, sleep through a day or something.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
Welcome to
Today,
Brightfall.
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
I've never heard that before. I'm guessing that's the way. Let's take a little peek back here. What, did he drive over this bridge and it fell out?
Even during daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
It's like he heard me. Alright. So nothing to pick up. Guess not. Okay. Just gotta make sure there's nothing on those ledges over there. Gosh darn trees. Make it so hard to see. The coal mine museum? You know, I wonder how it would be to go into an old mine or something. I've never been. I had a chance to go to a cavern. I was out visiting, not visiting again. It was for work. It was what was it, Virginia? And there's some caverns over there. And on my off time, I thought about going over there, but then I was being lazy and I didn't really want to drive. But I kind of would like to go explore some kind of cavern somewhere, just to see how it is being in something like that. fortunately, I don't get claustrophobic or anything. Oh. I wonder if I could have taken the car around. Oh, you can drive around. But knowing if I drive around, I'd have a higher potential to miss something. Well, but it'll be a little quicker. Hopefully I won't bust up the vehicle. I have to remember how to drive this thing. See, because these camera angles. Just trying to go slow, make sure there's no collectibles around. No, I thought I saw something. Oops. Oops. Nice and easy. What's that over there? Oh, there's something. Let me just go check it out. Wait, do I have my... Oh, I don't even have my... What the... How do I not have weapons still? Did he just decide to throw them away? Yep. I would try and jump up on there so I could look. Who would sit a sofa? Yeah, like a sofa chair right there. I mean, it is a nice view and all, but I don't know. I don't know if I would just set it right there. I mean, I don't really have a phobia of heights either, but I try and be wary about them. I wonder if it circles. Ooh, I wonder if it circles around. Gosh darn it. There's a manuscript page. No? Oh, this little bit of light I thought was a manuscript page. Seriously, I don't know why he threw away his guns and his flashlight. Or maybe because it's the daytime he realizes he doesn't need the flashlight. Where's that car? On the way up. He is just struggling. There's another car.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see,
That's
I
one way to
encountered
put
a
it.
big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now. Because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first...
Oh, Dr. Nelson. Well... Oh, maybe that's who is gonna be on the one who is from the manuscript page. There's like 2 routes. It's hard to tell which is the right way and which isn't. I don't want to go too deep on the right path. Huh. Let's get our Jeep. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't tell me I got myself stuck. There we go. I wonder if I can get in from this side. Oh, jeez. What the heck just happened? That kind of scared me. Oh, this thing's just breaking apart for no reason. Alright, so I would have ended up there anyway. Well, if I break this car down, I got a spare back there. Nothing there. I'm gonna be losing my voice for a second again. Starting to cough. See, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Alright, nothing there. Just do a full circle.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me that's strange because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Oh, the doctor.
What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection
No, it's just
is
the
limited to what's
town
essentially
doctor.
a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
That's an interesting little conversation. Well, let's take this car instead. Undamaged. Get in there. Well, it's not undamaged anymore. Gosh darn it. Oh, the wheels weren't even on it. I can see what the doctor was saying in that conversation about the concept of there only being one person for every pair, I guess. And how he says, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but while that's true, you do have stronger feelings for some people over others. What the? So I would say it's not childish, I guess, to say that, maybe there's that perfect somebody, but I don't know. On the ferry.
Spying on the lighter on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Maud hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw.
Oh.
Maud had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
That's weird. So the kidnapper is not the one in charge, I guess you could say. Gotta keep a lookout for those thermoses.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Okay, anything? Thought that was a bear for a second. Where, back here? I didn't see anything. Oh, you mean back there? That machine over there? Oh, it's just a fallen tree. Ah, look at that. Hidden in a corner in the dark. Who left that coffee there? Let's see. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls Coal Mine in 1878. Though the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich, but hard to get at. The volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to go do work in a coal mine. That's tough. And then it can lead to bad lungs. 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Oh, look at that. Good eye to see the thermos. Thanks.
With night mode gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
That's weird. Okay. She's just trying to pull rank. You're in my city now. Or my town. Oh, wow, that was cool. That was pretty seamless.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
Jeez.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Okay, I do have my stuff.
Wake,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Wait, jump.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
I guess that is the way to go. Whoop. Oh, geez, I don't like that at all.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm already at my limit for batteries. Shotgun ammo. I'm at my limit for the revolver ammo. Oh wow. We drop. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you know, I could have just run down. Oh. Thomas Zane in love with Barbara
When
Jagger.
Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Man, I hate when the air's thick with that darkness. I've got plenty of revolver ammo. Great. Come on, reload that thing. And I can reload. Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Gotta be careful. Oh my gosh. If I get killed by this thing. There we go. There's more. I see it. Get over there, around the corner. Jeez. Oh yeah, I can shoot these things. Make sure there's no little secrets hiding around. We got people popping off fireworks somewhere. Oh great. Make sure there's no little things. Alright, no problem, Sphinx. You have a good night. You take it easy. Oh, jeez. What is that? Something inside. Gotta get up. Something inside that wants to get out. And of course I gotta get him. There we go. Still something. Oh, great. What is this? Oh, jeez. Oh, great. Another tornado. Nothing.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Okay. Oh, I see a bunch of those guys. Dang it. There we go. I got that guy. Gosh. Dude. Pop. Oh my gosh. He wouldn't use his flare. Alright, let's try going this way. Come on. Don't get too far ahead, everybody. There we go. I just dodged right into it. Oh no, no. Come on. Alright, cool. I use that car? Was that car there even in the first place? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I could have used that car the whole time. Nothing to do with that. Flare gun ammo. Before I turn that off. I get everything, looks like. Alright, let's jump into the car and run everybody over. There's bound to be a bunch of guys. Oh, it's not the small guys. There's a whole army of these guys. Demolition derby we got going on. There we go. Car's smoking like crazy. Alright. Nice and easy. Up and over. Nothing. Okay. Keep looking. There's some bullets. Oh jeez. Come on now. Oh my god. Hold on. Great. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna use that. There's something over here. Oh wait, no, that's the way it came from. That's what I saw. Nice. More flares. More ammo. Alright, what do we got? Wait, was that? Oh no, I thought I saw, what do you call it, thermos on the floor. Oh, that hurt me. Trust no one in the dark. Trust no one in the dark. So I probably shouldn't even trust my friends. Where's a thermos? And a manuscript page. Follow. Okay. Let's read this one.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
That's weird. So it needs him to think freely so he can use his ideas and it'll feed whatever it needs. Some flashbangs. Great. What is that? Oh shoot. Tree got knocked over. Okay, we got some bullets. I don't need the batteries right now. Uh-oh.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were Standard Power Company equipment.
Gotta burn these a bit. Alright. When do I resume tomorrow? I'm not sure if I'll be able to resume tomorrow. I might just continue on. I shouldn't play too much longer. I think the end of the chapter's coming up. But I'm not 100% sure. If I can stream tomorrow, it might... See, I don't want to do a short stream on this. I want to try and complete a episode each time I stream. So if I do get a chance tomorrow, it might be earlier in the day, but I'll have to see. How are you enjoying the story so far? Okay, nothing. That just fell down. Oh, man. Uh-oh, shoot. Like it? Yeah. They're coming out with a sequel. I'm not exactly sure if it's the end of this year or beginning of next year. So I kind of wanted to get back into this a little bit. Oh, wrong one. Oh, jeez. Ooh. He's a big guy. There. Lots of action. Yeah. Definitely when these things start surrounding you, it can get pretty hectic. Alright, we found another page.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
What the? Oh, now that... I mean, it'd be too crazy if he had gotten manuscript pages ahead of time, and that's why he's so adamant about capturing Alan Wake, but... why else would he be so, like, hard-lined about getting him and killing him no matter what? Or maybe not killing him, but bringing him in. That thing. Get out of there. What the? See what's up here. I can't jump in it. I wanted to see if you could jump in there and see something. Okay. Wait, we got some kind of symbol. It's going inside there. Nothing around here. Here we go. Trust no one in the dark again. There we go. Ah, it's super dark in here. Oh, great. Oh, gee. That's pretty close one. Get away from me, guy. Gotta dodge. There we go. Oh yes, I like how the shotgun takes him out pretty quick. Oh my gosh. That's pretty close. So backtrack just a little bit. Let's make sure there was nothing over here. I think that's it. Yeah, I think if we meet this guy, which hopefully is just right here, then that's the end of the chapter.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice.
Oh.
If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Alright. Oh, pump action. Oh, I got so many shotgun shells now. Uh-oh. I don't like how this is set up. Let's go to the left first. What if we look to the right? Oh, great. Oh, come on. Hopefully there's nobody behind me. What's over here that I need? Oh, come on. Oh, there's one more. Where is he? There he is. Do these just converge or something? Just a whole bunch of these. Oh my gosh, come on. Some bullets soon. I'm guessing they met up or something. What the heck's going on? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh great. Backing off because they don't want the light, but that's what I meant. There we go. I didn't want to use too much more of my ammo. I can help it. Oh man, I seriously hate how his stamina just drains so fast. Hopefully that's it for now, jeez. There we go. Shotgun ammo. Oh, jeez! Hey man, I'm trying to drink some coffee. Oh gosh. It's both. Thermos. Oh. I don't know why they have like so much land if there's nothing to get out here. Alright. Let's get back on the trail. It's like shining over there. There's a bridge. Oh, that bridge is where I came from. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, so we got all that. Oh, there's something up there. Let's keep going this way. At least nothing else is respawned. I don't hear that buzzing sound or whatever. We made a checkpoint. Oh my gosh.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
We got a bunch of graves? I don't want to be stepping on people's graves.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Come on. Oh. Oh. These guys are a little fast, aren't they? Where's the other one? There it is. He moves quick. Oh, jeez. Is that both of them? Where's the other one? Oh, I'm all out of revolver ammo. This is the same one or what? Oh! Yeah, this is that same fast one. Where'd you go, pal? Slow down for a second. Gotta go in this shack. Maybe there's some ammo. There it is. Come on. Battery. Guess he won't be popping up anymore. I was hoping for some more ammo though. Oh. Thought I saw a shake of the screen there.
The place was dead, a ghost town.
I don't wanna
Had
go
been for
too far
decades,
down.
maybe a century.
Nothing else. Can't go inside. What the heck? Oh my gosh. So things are being flung. No, 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 no. There we go. Jeez. There's no way in. There's nothing down there. We got a manuscript page. So there's, wait, let's see how many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. These I have to play the hardest difficulty to get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, no
Things were
problem.
never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Alright, let's see. Grey Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Grey Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. A nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years were here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. I saw a thermos up there. I had some batteries if I needed it. Still no ammo. Oh, did I see something? Nope, just batteries. Can I walk up there? No. Seems like there's a way up there. There's a ledge up there or something, but no. Okay. Oh, it's a windmill. It's that thing. I was like, what's that sound I'm hearing? Come on, just 5 more pages if I can find them. If I miss any of these pages, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, are all these things that have come flying at me? Come on, go down. I think I checked this way, right? Yeah. I was in that one. Okay. Got a little turned around. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, I hate fighting these things though because... Oh my gosh! That's why I hate fighting those things. Keep it exploding on me. Come on, come on. I was glad I was able to use that to block me, but where's the last one? Where'd it go? I don't think that's it. I thought there was a third one. But hey, if it's gone, it's gone. I'm not gonna complain. Careful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we go. Gotta use the tree if I can. Come on. Oh jeez, what the heck? Okay, that one's down. Gotta use batteries. Gotta just keep using my batteries. Oh my gosh. Oh, go down already. Jeez. I keep saying the same thing. Oh, there's another. Yes. Anything here? That's alright. What is it, a key? Okay, that's where I gotta go. Before I go, I just want to make sure there's no pages hidden. Oh my gosh. I also gotta remember not to fall off. Can I get up here? Nope. Okay. I guess it's just time to go inside. Wait. Safe haven. Okay, let's see. Let's see how safe it is. Flare gun. I keep forgetting I have that flare gun. I have to remember to use it. Oh.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure, but it looked like there was some kind of black thing coming down from the ceiling at the end there. A hunting rifle. Oh man, I gotta give up my shotgun for the hunting rifle? Oh, you're joking. Can't I just... Wish I could give up the... But what do you call it? Wish I could give up the revolver for the hunting rifle. Although, I did feel like the pump shotgun is a little bit weaker than the regular shotgun. Okay. Almost to the top. Unfortunately, I haven't found any manuscript pages since the last one.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Flare gun ammo. Let's see. Uh-oh.
Birds.
Dang, it's too far away. I was wondering if they were gonna come at me. They're still far away. Oh my gosh, here they come. Oh, get him. Got some of them. Oh jeez. Oh, that's it. Oh my gosh. That was kind of funny.
Birds.
I hate how he does that little, like, duck dash thing. No. that time. What the? Shoot, there's another group. Another flock. Come on, get him, get him. Man, these birds are annoying me. Danger, do not enter. Man, I feel like I've missed, because I haven't found any pages. I feel like I've probably missed a few of them. Okay. Tunnel. Tunnels go to Cauldron. Like, what the? Oh, great. I don't like this. Which is the way to go? Alright, what's this? Man, it's so dark. Oh.
Without warning, the headache stabbed
Oh,
at my
gee.
brain.
Great, what is this? Uh-oh.
Alice?
Do I go that way? Do I go the other way?
Alice!
Oh, great. I gotta see what's the other way then. Gotta exit the silver mine. Oh, here we go. There's a manuscript page. But if I go that way, then I'm committed to going that way. Yeah, so that's probably the correct way. So I've got to go back down that tunnel. See what's over this way. And then it's some kind of big fight, I think. Man. After this, he should definitely get on an exercise plan. Oh, here we go. Oh, shoot, what was that?
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, here we go. Hunters taken.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer,
running
ghost
on beer.
stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Okay, so that's the end of this. Well, I can't go that way. But at least I got that page. That means the next page I saw leaves 3 missing. hope in the next game they don't have the stamina bar so short. Like he can run for a little bit at least. I constantly gotta stop and he's like panting. Alright, here we go. What does this one say?
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
So he thinks he's the good guy, huh? And that Alan is making all this happen, so I guess he thinks Alan's like writing all this stuff to make it happen. What's going on? Oh, I don't like this. That guy's huge. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, wait. I did get more ammo. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Oh! There we go. Jeez. Alright. That was kind of cool with the flare gun. Take that guy right out. Come on. Nothing that way. Okay, that's the cave-in. Oh boy.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
We got a little puzzle about to go on right here, I think. Okay. Okay. Just jump on. Are you going to play the newest? Yeah, I plan on getting it when it comes out. Like I said, I don't remember exactly when it comes out, but I definitely want to pick it up. Let's see, probably one more level. Okay, let's check this out first. Have you played through the game yourself? Like the first one? No, nothing here. I guess that leads me over there. Okay. Oops. About there. Almost there. Let me see, hold on. Did I pass up? No, it's just a lantern. Okay. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. What, can I run and jump and climb? Or is it the other? I push the, oh, okay, I kick it down. Oh, I see how this works now. About there. Maybe we reached another checkpoint. Hopefully we're towards the end of the episode. Man, he just busted that thing to pieces. Let's see. We got up and down. Since we're trying to go to the peak, I think. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this is just a little extra thing. Flare gun ammo. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, don't go falling. Oops. There's the checkpoint, that's it? Oh, no, okay. This is the right way. So then go up. Let's see what we got up here. We got a number of flares. Probably gonna have some guys jump out at me though. Well, so far so good. Come on. Yes, okay, we got another one. I can focus on something. That's a pretty cool visual right here. This one, Tor hits Nurse
Lightning
Sinclair.
flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above
Oh,
his
gee.
head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback
my
to
gosh.
it, baby."
Oops. Yeah, that sucks. He didn't seem too crazy when I saw him in the diner. He's running down the steps. I mean, I could understand running up the steps, but...
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
As long as we don't get attacked on it, should be alright. I should switch to the flare gun. Yep, here they are. Maybe I could just punch one of place, but now the flare gun. Halfway there. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Oh no 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 no. Come on, it can last. Oh my gosh. Oh, we were so close. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Can I just get this? Come on. Oh my gosh, no! Dude, pop the flare. There we go. Maybe I need a better... Oh, I can... Maybe I can zoom on this a little bit. There we go. Oh, you're joking. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say... I could have gotten closer to it, huh? I wasted all those bullets trying to knock it over. At least I got some back. Okay. Nothing. Come on. Let's see. Got a little shack there. There's getting all weird again. More hunting rifle. Oh, great. Oh, no, not that. It's a big guy. No, he's not a big guy. Thought he was for a second. Come on. Making sure there's not missing anything. I hate when the air's just moving around like that. It's harder to see. Cool. Music's changed a little bit. So Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folk tales. It's a popular recreational area for area residents. Interesting. You know, I know it's supposed to take place, I think, in Washington. I think that's where this is taking place, but I don't know if Bright Falls is a real location. Alright, oh great. Yep. What, I gotta go slow or something? Oh, what's gonna happen now. Oh, jeez. Oh, hey. He's down. Let's switch it up real quick. Uh-oh, he is one of the big guys. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's some symbol. See? Almost would have missed it. Okay. We're on the right path. There we go. Flare gun. Okay, there's one there. I think we've gotten almost all of them. Mod at Cauldron Lake. So just one more.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
It's strange. It seems like maybe there's two forces at work here. Okay. Almost to the top there. Hey, he's got no fear. Nothing. There's some ammo in there. There's some more ammo. Alright. The way down? CNN TZ. Talk to me on TV, Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Oh my gosh. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Jeez. Thomas Zane and CW? CW, is that the name of the lady? The lady with the lamp. Okay, before I... No, 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 no. Oh, no. Well, I hope there was no other way. Really, really hope there was no other way. Oh, that's an oven. Thought it was a TV. If I miss one page because I didn't go around that side, oh man. I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. There's nothing else. Don't tell me I missed the one page. Can't see too much out there. Oh, gee. What's going on? Blew those guys up. That was a big guy. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. That's the way to do it. Oh, it covered that up. I don't see anything around there, but you never know. No! No! No, why did I have to go through? Oh my gosh. I knew it. Oh wait, tell me I can get back over there. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I was gonna be so upset. Okay. Okay, I can calm down again. Jeez, man, can you stop breathing so hard?
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Hopefully I can... Yes, finally. Oh my gosh!
Now. I had to get there fast.
I
dreaded what I would find.
You almost took a head dive there.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away.
You could hear my panic.
Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly.
I just want to get all those
It was a
thermoses.
reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Uh-oh. He's trying to make Alan seem crazy, I guess.
Wait! Are you?
Huh?
Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No!
Huh? Oh, shoot. Better hurry. Where is this guy?
Sorry! Please don't hurt me!
Oh. Has he been taken by the darkness? Oh, shoot. Holy cow. Oh, it's just like the manuscript page said. Oh my gosh. That would be terrible for me. fished out of the lake, though. Well, there we go. That's the end of this episode. And that's going to do it for me tonight. I didn't expect it to be 3 hours. But thanks for sticking with it, Mars Warrior and Pukima. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, like, well, you heard, I didn't want to miss that last thermos. So let's see the last little bit here. Alright, you have a good night, Mars Warrior.
Previously on
I'm just
Alan
gonna
Wake,
do the
I'm hunted by the law.
this little part real quick.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
See the recap, and then I'll just
coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that
let
Alice
it
had been kidnapped.
play
but that
through a
was
little bit
lie.
of the intro for the next episode.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Episode 4, The Truth.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Oh, that's not her voice.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Jeez, that would be nuts.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making...
I'll stop it here. Let's quit to the menu. And then I just want to look at the extras. So far we've got 46 thermoses. Hopefully that's gonna be all of them. Playback? Oh, manuscript, yeah. So yeah, we got all of them except for the ones that are for the nightmare. And then here I missed one. I think it was 3. Yeah, 3 pages. That sucks. But alright, everybody. Hope you guys have a good night. If I don't stream tomorrow, then I hope you have a good week until next time. So take care and hope to see you next time. Bye bye, everybody.